I'm Jane and I'm going to be taking you through legs, arms and Tums class today. It is in association with the Healthy Lifestyles team. So what you'll need today is you just need enough space. If you have a mat, great. Don't worry if you don't. Just make sure you've got enough space. You will need some water. Make sure you're wearing gym clothes, so you've got loose clothing on, and you will need trainers on today or some shoes with a soft sole. Also, if you have any injuries, please be aware of them. If anything hurts at all throughout the class, please stop. I will offer modifications as we go, so please take the lower level, especially if you're new or you're just starting out doing exercise. Also, make sure you're not chewing or eating through the class. No jewellery in, and yeah, you're all good. Okay, so we're going to start the class with a warm-up. We're then going to focus on the legs, working up into our glutes, and then we're going to end the class down on the mat, focusing a little bit more on the glutes and working into the abs. Okay, and then we're going to end with a cool down. So again, make sure you've got enough space, and we're going to start with our warm-up. So we're going to roll the shoulders up, back and down to start with. That's it, good. And then I want you to bring your arms up to shoulder height. I'm going to do some small arm circles here. And then I want you to gently change and go the other way. Perfect, that's it, lovely. And then we're going to gently rotate side to side, just warming through the back. So just getting some rotation through your spine. Lovely. 4 more. Good, and then we're going to take a lean side to side, again to work through the back, get the back nice and warm, ready for exercising, that's it. Excellent, good. And then from here we're going to go into some squats. So you're going to sit the hips back, come up to standing, so side demonstration. Push the hips back, keep the chest lifted. Your weight is going down through your heels. That's it, lovely. Perfect, going to do 4 more. Sit, 3, 2, 1. We're then going to go into some side lunges. So take your feet wide, push your hips over to one side, then over to the other. And this is just going to open your hips. You're just transferring your weight side to side. Perfect. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Okay, just bring your knees forward now. You can stay low impact, or if you want, you can add a jump. Get your heart rate up a little bit. You don't have to though. And then turn it into a sprint. So just run it as fast as you can. Take your legs a little wider if you can, then bring them in. And again, nice and wide. And bring them in. Keep going. Sit, bring them closer together. 1 more. Feet wide. And bring them in. Lovely. Okay, from here, we're going to do a little bit of a stretch. So we need to lean over to your right, keeping your left leg straight, so you're stretching into your hip flexor. That's it. And then we're going to go over to your left. Keep your right leg straight, hold it here, stretching down through your inner thighs. Perfect. We're going to go into a side lunge, and this is just going to open into the hip flexors, so we're stretching our hip flexors. Keep the back leg straight, bend the front knee. Good, coming forward, and then change direction, drop down and stretch your other hip flexor out. Perfect, guys. From here, we're going to step 1 foot forward, bend down to your toes, arms above your head. And this is just warming up the back of the legs, so your hamstrings, but we're doing it dynamically, so we keep that blood circulating through the body, keep your heart rate up, and then over to the other side. That's it, good. And again. Nice, couple more. And good, okay, nice. So we should be nice and warm now. Remember to have water whenever you need to, and if you want to pause the video at any point, please do to get a breath and then jump back in. Okay, so we're going to start with some squats. So I want you to take your feet so they're around shoulder width apart. and you're just going to sit the hips back and come back up. So we're going down and lift. And we're just going to repeat these squats because we want to target through the legs, but we also want to strengthen into our glutes. So when you come to a standing position, think about engaging through your glutes. So you do that by squeezing your butt cheeks together. That's it. We're going to do 4 more. 3, 2. Now I want you to hold this last one down and you're going to pulse. So you can see I'm just doing a really small movement here. You're just doing some pulses. It's going to intensify it a little bit more, and you're going to feel it down through the thighs, also through the hamstrings. So we're going to try and do it for 10 more. 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up we come. Perfect. We're going to go into some step back lunges now. So I want you to come forward through your mat, step your one leg back, lift back up, go on to the other side. That's it. Doing really well. Perfect. So this one's so good for working through the legs, also working up to the glutes. You don't have to go too low with your lunges if it's a little bit too much. We're going to try and do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. We're going to take your right leg back. If you can, drop into a lunge for me and see if you can pulse here. So I'm doing a really small pulsing movement again to make it more intense through the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, set the other leg back. Take a breath, drop down and pulse. Lovely. If it's too much, just stay with the lunges we were just doing. Perfect. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up we come. Perfect. Okay, we're going to go into a knee lift, into a squat. So you lift your knee, squat down. Sit. Perfect. Knee up as high as you can, and then drop down into that squat position. Remember to keep the weights through the heels, keep your chest lifted. That's it. Doing really well, guys. Keep going. We're going to do 4 more. 3, 2, 1 more. Perfect. Good. Okay, we're going to take ourselves to the side of the mat now. I'm going to go into a knee lift, into a side lunge. So you're going to try and lift your knee up and step into that side lunge. Come back to standing with the knee up. And again. So the foot is off the floor and you're dropping into that side lunge. Staying with the same leg, and then we're going to go on to the other leg. Good, keep going for me. Doing really well. Sit. 4 more. Doing really well. 3, 2, lovely, last one. And then we're going to change, go on to the other side. Knees up, side lunge. Good, and again. Perfect, guys, you're doing really well. Sit, step out, push the hips back. Doing really well. Perfect, 4 more. Sit, 3, keep your chest lifted. Feel it through the legs, in the glutes. And last one. Ooh, I nearly fell over. And then come up marching on the spot. Okay, have some water if you need it. Take a breather. And quickly have a bit of a water break. Next exercise is called a squat thrust. So I'm going to show you 2 options. We're going to go down into a plank position. You're either going to step your feet forward, come up to standing, and then jump back, or you're going to jump it. And then legs back. Okay, so you've got 2 options. You can either step or jump the exercise, whichever you prefer. We are going to try and do 10. If you can, if 10 is too many, just take a rest. So we go. 1, 2, 3, sure you're engaging your glutes as you come up to standing. Halfway, guys. 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Good. Okay, shake those legs off. Whew. We're going to now take it up, staying with the jumps if you can. We're going to do some squat jumps for 10. So if it's too much, do your normal squats like so, or add a jump. 3, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, shake the legs off again. Woo, get your breath back. Okay, now we're going to do a little circuit. So we're going to come forward slightly. We're going to go from a squat to a lunge to a squat back to a lunge. Okay, working through the legs but also to your glutes. So 3, 2, 1. Squat, then lunge, squat, and again squat, lunge that leg back. That's it. So avoid pushing the knee forward. That's it. Want to keep the weight centered when you're doing your lunges. Weight through the heels when you're doing your squats. Keep going. Really good for the legs. So squat to lunge, squat and lunge. Keep going. Doing really well. That's it. Perfect. Nearly there. One more on either side. Lovely. And again, shake those legs off. Okay, so we're going to do one more exercise standing, then we're going to go down onto the mat. So we're going to go back into our pulses. So you're going to do 2 pulses and jump your feet back in. 2 pulses, jump your feet back in. Now if it's too much, step out, 2 pulses, feet together, step out, 2 pulses, step back together. We're going to try and do 10, okay? So whichever option, we're going to do 10. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, together. 1, 2. And again, 3. Sit. 4. Good. 2 pulses. 5. Good. 6. 7. 8. Good. 9. One more. 10. Excellent. Come up. Give your legs a nice little shake. We're going to come down onto the mat now. Onto the floor. Lying down. Have some water if you need it. I'm going to stay working the glutes, okay? So what you're going to do now is you're going to exhale and try and bring your hips up into a glute bridge like so. And what we're going to do is then is lower the hips back down on the mat. Exhale, push them up, breath in to lower down. We're going to do 10, and then we're going to try and do 10 pulses. So if it's too much, just do it what you can do. So if you can only do 5, that's fine. Just do a couple, whichever's best for you. So 10 we're going to try. Breath in. 1, 2. Exhale as you push your hips up. 3. Good. 4. 5. Doing really well. 6. 7. 8. 9. Now hold your hips up to the sky. Try and pulse for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now hold your hips up to the sky. Now you need to engage your glutes, so squeeze across your bottom muscles. Take another breath and then lower your hips down. Okay, so that's round 1. We're going to try and do 3 rounds. So if you can't, that doesn't matter. Again, do what you're able to do. Breath in, exhale. 1, 2, 3. Doing really well. 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7. Exhale as you push your hips up. 2 more. Now hold your hips up and pulse for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, across your glutes. 2 more breaths. And then release your hips down to the mat. Take a breath here. Okay, we're going to try it one more round through. Okay, so 10 hip glute bridges, then 10 pulses, and then we're going to try and hold it for 10 seconds. Last time. 3, 2, 1. 1. And every time you push your hips to the sky, I want you to imagine you've got like a 20-pound note stuck between your butt cheeks, and you don't want to let it lower. Don't want to let it fall out. So that's how we engage the glutes. Okay, now push your hips to the sky and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now hold your hips up. Hold it here. Doing really well. We're going to hold for another 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Okay, have some water if you need it. You don't have to. And we're going to move on to our abdominals now. So we're going to do around 5 minutes working purely on our abs, and then we're going to end with a cool down. So gently bring yourself back down to the mat. And we're going to start with some heel reaches to start with, but I want you to reach heel to heel. So I'm going to show you like so. If it's too much on your head, or your neck's getting a bit sore, you can reach to one heel, rest down, to the other, rest down, okay? It's entirely up to you. So we're going to try and do 20 repetitions. So if it's too many, I know it sounds a lot, just stop, just do as many as you can. So exhale, lift up, and we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest down. We're now going to try and do single leg lowers. So you can either do this option, or if it's too much, bend one knee, straighten the other leg like so. Okay, so we're going to go for 20 reps if we can. Remember, you can do it a little bit lower if you prefer. Legs up, and we go. 1, 2, 3. Doing really well. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just a 10 more if you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Rest your feet down. You're going to now bring your feet so your legs are out straight, and we're going to work through the upper abs around the rib cage. Hands behind your head, elbows wide. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, head, neck, shoulders lift. Breathe into lower. Sit. Do really well. We're going to try and do 20 ab curls in this position. Try and lift up as high as you can. Don't worry if you can't come up too high. Remember, you can always keep your hands across your chest if this feels more comfortable for you. So we're going to do 10 more. Doing so well, everyone. Keep going. Sit. Perfect. Sit. And then what we're going to try and do now is we're going to try and hold our head, neck, shoulders up and try and pulse it out. So a really small movement like so. You're just pulsing here. So we've done 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going to 20. Doing really well. There's 5 more to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're going to do toe reaches now. So I've got a few options for you here. This is the full version, and then I'm going to break it down. So you're going to take a breath, you're going to exhale, try and come up, breath into low, up like so. If it's too much, you can bend your knees, lift up, touch like that. It's a little bit easier. Or you could just touch your knee. And you don't even have to bring your hands above your head, you can just keep them on your temples. So that's entirely up to you. You've got a few options to choose from there. I'm going to try and do full version. We're going to try and do 20 reps. So 3, 2, 1. Sit, 2. Do really well. 3, try and bring your leg up, try and reach to your toe. 14, keep going guys. Nearly there. Sit. Good. Perfect, you're nearly there. One more on each side. Last one. And rest down. Bring your knees in, give them a nice little hug side to side. Perfect work guys. We're going to do one more exercise and then we're going to go into our cool down. So you're going to gently bring your legs up and you're either going to do flutter kicks up here, a little bit lower, or all the way down. And we're going to try and do it for 20 seconds. So not 20 reps, 20 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Ten more seconds. Keep going guys, 10. Doing really well. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Well done. Okay, as we lie down, we're going to do a glute stretch, just to stretch through the hips and the glutes, and then we'll come up to a cool down stretch standing. So I want you just to place your right foot on your left thigh, either hold it here or bring your hand behind your thigh like so. And you can draw the leg in, you can stretch the leg up if you want to feel it a little bit more. And we're just stretching into the hip, into the glute area. Keep breathing now for our cool down. Take a nice deep breath. And then exhale, gently change legs. And draw the other leg in. Good. Take another couple of breaths there. And then from here, you're going to gently bring yourself to a seated position. So you could roll up, you could roll onto your side. And then you're going to gently bring yourself to standing. So you can tuck your toes under, gently roll yourself back up through the spine, shoulders up, back and down. You're then going to bring your arms out, one arm across to stretch through the shoulder. And that's it, get holding it here. And then you're going to gently change and go on to the other arm. You're just giving your arms a nice stretch. Good, perfect. We're then going to gently roll the shoulders up, back and down. And you're going to try and bring your right foot to your right hand, holding onto a wall if you need to for balance, or holding onto the ear, sometimes that helps. That's it. Bring the hip forward, try and draw the knee so it stays in line with the other knee. Good, and then gently change legs, go on to the other side. Good, and release. We're going to bring our feet to the hip width, arms above the head. You're going to try and touch your toes. Don't worry if you can't, just reaching down. It's going to stretch through the back of the legs into your hamstring. Take another breath. Gently roll yourself back up. And then you're going to bring your arms forward, stretching through the chest. So nod your chin to your chest, open through the upper back first. So just after all those ab curls, this is a nice one to do. And then you're going to open your chest, draw those arms back. That's it, lovely. Holding it here. And gently release. Shoulders up, back and round. We're going to take the feet wide, we're going to take a deep breath in, arms up. And exhale, release out. Breath in and out. One more nice deep breath. And give yourself a big clap. Thank you all so much for joining me today with your legs, buns and tums class. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below to let me know what you think, or you can always message the Healthy Lifestyles team to let them know. But I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you for joining me, and I shall see you soon.